Christianity came into Africa to destroy Africa and to destroy Africans. The same people that gave you Christianity, which is the British, they colonized Africa and they colonized India. But India today is the third world power currently. After America, you see China. After China, you see India. Why? Because the Indians rejected their religion. The Indians still practice their own religion, which is Hindus, and rejected Christianity. But Africa, we rejected our religion, we rejected our culture, we rejected our language, which I'm currently speaking English instead of speaking Swahili or Igbo or Yoruba. After we rejected our language, we rejected everything and accepted the Western religion. That is why it's very difficult for Africa to rise up and become number one or number two because of this religion. Because once you leave your real pathway and start to follow another man's pathway, it will be difficult for you to grow. It's just like a lion eating grass instead of eating meat. Just like a lion eating grass. No matter how the lion tried to survive by grass or feeding on grass, his body system will not be good. His body system will reject the grass, will reject the food. That is how Africa is. No matter how you try to survive by surviving in another man's culture, your body, your system will reject it. Your body system will reject it. You're trying to survive in another man's culture. A lion cannot feed on grass. Instead, that grass will kill you because they say another man's food is another man's poison. So you're eating another man's food and expect to live long. Before Christianity and the Western religion came in, people live up to 100 years, 150 years because they eat their own indigenous food. But now, we depend on the European or the Westerners' food. People die at 50 or 60 years, we write God to glory. But in those days, 80 years, if you die at 80 years, if you die as a child. But now, people are dying very young because they left their indigenous food and eating another man's food. If a lion leave meat and feed on grass, what do you expect? That lion body system will never remain the same. If the lion is supposed to live 20 years, the lion life will be shortened to 5 years because it is feeding on grass. It is not feeding on its own indigenous food. It's feeding on grass. So that lion that's supposed to live up to 20 years will live 5 years. And people will start to celebrate the lion. Call to glory, call to glory. Because the lion is foolish. He left meat and he's supposed to be eating and be eating grass. So, and you expect to live long. I see some people praying, I need long life, I need long life. There's nothing like to pray that I need long life. Eat your indigenous food, eat your natural food, and you will live long. There's no prayer. Even if you pray from now to the kingdom come, you're wasting your time. Because the prayer will never be answered. Because you can't be eating nonsense and expect to live long. That is stupidity. So that's how Christianity came and destroyed Africa. India is number 3 today because they keep eating their indigenous food. They keep practicing their own culture. If an Indian man come inside this room now, I will know that he's an Indian man because they normally put something on their head. I don't know why it's dots. The way they dress, they tie cap on they tie something on their head. The way they dress alone, you know that this person is an Indian man. But if an African man comes inside here now, you start to wonder, is this person really an African man or is he an English man? Because you left your culture, you left your indigenous culture and start to dress like a white man. A Christian will come inside here and wear suits and whatever they wear, and you think he's a white man. You think he's a white man. You start to ask yourself, where is this person? Is this person really from Africa or is it from Europe? Because you say you can't identify the person. So to start practicing our own culture and leave this Westerner useless culture, then it's very difficult for Africa to wake up with. The first, the first easiest way to make Africa wake up is number one, remove religion. Why? Because religion causes division. It divides you. This church will be preaching against this church. That is why you see a man of God. A man of God will come out in pulpit and be insulting another man of God. We stand in pulpit and be insulting another man of God. But before you see a Christian, before you see a Dibia or a traditional man insulting another traditional man, it used to be very hard. That is why today, if one traditional person get arrested or something, everybody will come together and look for a way to release the person. Look for a way to find a solution to that person. Like now, if I don't know who to use for an example, but if any traditional man gets arrested or did something that is not illegal, everybody will come out to look for a solution to know how we can release the person or do something to free the person. But if a Christian pastor gets arrested, all the other pastors, they don't even care. They just stay and be bribing you and be trying to just stay in the church and be looking for a way to make more money. They tell you that money is useless, money is nothing. For them, they're making money. If a Christian gets kidnapped today, gets robbed today, like what is happening today in the north, killings every day in the north, all the pastors are not saying anything. What they are preaching is pay your tithes, give offering. They want to sustain their wealth by making more money. People are dying, your fellow Christians are dying, you're not saying anything. But if it's a traditional man, once one of them gets arrested or gets kidnapped, everybody will begin to speak. Everybody will begin to speak up. But Christianity is a divided culture. That is why, as far as Africa keeps practicing Christianity, we can never unite. As far as Africa keeps practicing Christianity, it's very difficult for you to unite. Because one pastor will be pushing against the other one, this one pushing against this one pushing another one, and the other one. People are not united, people are totally divided. And that was how it was created. That is how it was. So for Africa to unite, we need to leave the Western religion and practice our own indigenous religion. Practice our own culture, speak our own language. Kaibido Suba Susubai. Kaibido Suba Asusu Bai. Kai Apu Asusu Ndosha. Let's leave the white people language and their culture and speak our own language. Or else, it's been very difficult. And it's getting difficult by day. 50 years ago, it was more easier for Africa to unite. 50 years ago, it was very easy. But now, it's getting difficult and difficult and difficult and difficult.